How's it going? I'm Ryan, and today I'm going to go over the trades I took over the past 3 days. Been a little bit busy, so didn't make recaps on Monday or Tuesday, but I will cover today's trade. Tuesday I had two trades, and Monday I had one trade. All of them winning trades, I guess all of them winning days. So we'll go over these trades in just a second. I'll start with today's. So coming into the day, we had a bit of a sell-off in the pre-market. We're looking at the hour time frame on this chart. We had a pretty brutal sell-off. We kind of started to make our climb back. And then in the after hours and pre-market, we had a sell-off. So coming into the day, there's kind of two things that I was watching. We had a pretty strong zone of support here. And then we had two untested points of control. So we had this one. I'll draw it in yellow so we can see it a little easier. And then we had one to the downside. So we have an untested point of control down here. And then we had one to the upside. And really I was just waiting for price to tell me if it was weak or if it was strong, if we were bullish or bearish, and then look for some sort of move to that untested point of control, knowing that that liquidity would act as a magnet. Right off the gate, we had a pretty big move to the upside on NQ. And we came up and we wicked right off that untested point of control from the overnight session. As soon as we did, I entered a short and I just targeted a move lower. I got out a little earlier than where I was anticipating it. So if I look at the 1 minute, I was trying to take it past this swing low on the 1 minute. So I entered here. I saw price action being weak as well as we were starting to approach that point of control. Another reason why I entered, as we see that we have pretty high volume, weak price action, get a little bit of rejection, try to push higher, can't really. And then we come up to test that point of control and wick right off of it. And that's when I entered short. I wasn't looking for a huge move. I was just looking for some sort of pullback off of that liquidity due to such an aggressive move to the upside with no pullback. So I figured that we were due for one. Like I said, my original target was down here somewhere, I think like 500. And that's because I wanted to see us break this little swing low and make our way back down towards this zone of support, or potentially down to that VWAP. But as we started approaching this little swing low, we held it on 1-2 candles. And I exited pretty much right at the low of that little move, so caught it pretty well for about 40 points. Was looking for a little bit more, but trust my instincts. And this is kind of off of yesterday. I took a trade where I was up about 45 points, looking for a bit more, and then price reversed and stopped me out for a very small move. So I didn't want to give up the move that I had, especially when I was trading counter to the trend. So once we started moving to profit, I trailed my stop into break even, and then I just started bringing it down until we kind of got to this point. And as we were sitting right at this low, I just decided to take it off the table and take the win. So that was my one trade for today. Looking at it, obviously we had a move much higher. We see some good price action around these zones as these zones are acting as we'd expect them to, supply and demand. We just came down and tested this zone and that VWAP. That would have been a decent entry long. However, we'll go over the trades I took on the previous 2 days as well. On Tuesday, I took two trades, and I think some of these zones are different from what I had on Tuesday. Actually, this one's pretty similar, so we can take a look. So the trade that I took on Tuesday was a short here, and I was trying to take it off at this zone right here. I had a take profit right at 257. This is the trade that I was talking about where price reversed and stopped me out. So I entered somewhere around here, was looking to move down to this next zone, was quite in profit, up over 40 points, about almost 50, and started to bring my my stop loss at break even, and then we made a move higher and stopped me out for about 10 points. So just missed my exit by a few points, and it cost me a lot of money on that trade. Not a lot, but it would have been about 3 times larger had I just exited close enough or trailed my stop more aggressively. From here, I took one more trade, and it was a short after we rejected off the VWAP. So we had made a lower low from the overnight session, right? We kind of had overnight lows. We made a lower low, and then we came up to test this VWAP, at which point I took a short, and my stop was pretty tight. My stop was just above VWAP, and then we stopped me out. So yesterday was essentially break even. I was up $2 at the end of the day. So that was just two quick trades. I shouldn't have taken this second trade probably. I probably should have just walked away with a small win when I had it. After just seeing how price reacted, and probably having some sort of emotions tied to being just like 2 points away from hitting my take profit and not securing that win. So that was a trade that I could have avoided. And then on Monday, I took one trade, and it was a winner, and it was a rejection off the VWAP. So I took a short in here. So we had a pretty bearish morning. We started to recover. We came up and tested this VWAP, forming a lower high than we had on the day. We got 1, 2 tests, and then I entered, and I took it down. It was about 40 points as well. So I wasn't looking to get a massive move, but just secure a nice win off that. So that was my one trade on Monday. We are up about $760 this week, and Monday, mostly just Monday and today, because yesterday, like I said, was pretty much break even. Monday, I think I made 370, 360, somewhere in there, and today we're just under 400. So yep, about 760 or so, 750 on the week, and that's it. Happy to be having some winning streaks, happy to have some winning trades, looking to tighten some things up. Definitely getting some decent price action now. So there's opportunities, just need to capitalize on them. I have 2 Apex accounts, 50K. We're getting pretty close to passing them. This one's just about 400 away, and this one's about 500 away, or 600. So we're getting there, and hopefully this week, if not very early next week, we will have these activated and will be officially on PAs. I am trading these pretty much as I would normally. I'm not trying to pass these super aggressively, due to blowing accounts doing that, and also trying to develop some better habits for when I do, activate these into PAs, so that I can keep those, I can get a payout, and I can avoid making the mistakes I've made on my other accounts. So that's all I got. Thank you for watching. Stream live Monday through Friday. If you want to stop by, you're always welcome. Love to have you in. Other than that, hope you have a great day. Peace.